Today we're looking at the difference between dispute methods, and this is important for credit sweeps because if you want to get the results, then you need to know exactly what you're doing. So we're looking at factual disputes, validation of debt, online disputes, identity theft, 609, and of course I do have resources, and you can find those resources also down in the description. So let's get started. And we're going to go with factual disputes first. So this is why it works. It is based on the facts. It's right in the name, based on the facts, okay? We're not coming up with anything, all right? So it's really as simple as look at your credit report, know exactly what an account should look like before you go ahead and do that, and use those to support your argument, right? And again, all this information is taken directly from the credit report. All right. And it's new and relevant information on each dispute. Now, you may have had Experian come back and say, hey, we're no longer going to reinvestigate or investigate this account because you've said the same thing again. Okay. So this is why it's important that you use new and relevant information on each dispute. And if you're using a different dispute type, guess what? It's the same stuff over and over and over again. Literally, the worst thing that you can do is say the same thing twice, okay? So that leads me to the next one. It does not come back as frivolous, okay? Now, they can say that it's frivolous, but legally it does not come back as frivolous because you're using new and relevant information each and every time. And you're not using law-heavy language and you're not threatening them, okay? So let's go over to validation of debt, and this is direct to the collector, okay? There is a 4-letter dispute series, right? And this works for medical, apartment, utility, car insurance, and it expedites the dispute process because you're using this in addition to your bureau disputes. Now, sometimes you might want to start with your collective disputes, and sometimes you want to dispute with the bureaus first. Key to this one is the notice of dispute. Now, if you want to know more about that, I have other videos that you can search, and then we go over to online disputes. You should virtually never be using this, like, ever, okay? Because you give up your rights under sections 623 and 611. I also want to keep in mind that this goes right into their automation process, which you don't want to do. And it also results in a ton of deleted accounts that are reinserted. You do not want to get temporary deletions. What's the point of a temporary deletion, okay? Our job is to get permanent results that we're not going to have to worry about, and it all comes down to the method. So if you're using the wrong method, that is what you should expect, okay? I mean, for online disputes, I have like 100 additional reasons, but we're going to go over into identity theft. Now, with identity theft, this should only be used for victims of fraud. I really don't need to explain why, but this is much less effective because of the millions of consumers who use this illegally. Look, if you're not a victim, don't use this. The worst thing that you can do, credit repair suicide, is to say something is not yours. And then furthermore, claiming that you're a victim of fraud. I mean, come on, all right? So this is supposed to be 4 business days for deletions, but obviously, see the previous one, because of all these people who used it when they weren't supposed to, it makes it much, much more difficult. And I mean, you can spend like 2 years proving, quote unquote here, that you're a victim of fraud, okay? And it does require a police report. You cannot use an online report because they're going to figure that, like, hey, if you're a real victim, you'll go into the police station, and an affidavit. Now, over here, 609 or any template, it uses a law that has nothing to do with, contracts or anything. And actually, it's about your right to get a credit report. It also uses unknown as the dispute reason for all your accounts. Like, go over here to factual disputes. We use a new and relevant dispute reason for every single account on every single round, using the facts on the credit report, okay? Now, with templates, each letter in this series says the same thing. I told you the first time, I told you the second time, here I am on the third time telling you the same thing, and there's lots of reinserted accounts, okay? These letters have been received by the bureaus millions of times, which means that they already have a system to immediately respond to them to get rid of you because that's their job. Now, if you want to learn more about this, head to vault.my740.com for do-it-yourself resources. Or if you don't want to deal with this, that's totally fine. I'll see if I can help. Schedule a one-on-one call with me at my740.com, and you can get free resources at hub.my740.com. And if you want to check out a credit repair app built into or on top of Google Sheets, head over to liveletter.ask-kristen.com. And of course, I have hundreds of videos right here on YouTube that show you how to do this yourself for free. All right, so that is it for today. Have a great one. Have a prosperous week, and happy holidays.